Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And I will say right at the beginning, I am getting into very dangerous waters with this video. I am fairly aware that there are going to be strong opinions one way or another. But I do want to hasten that I am meaning this purely for entertainment issues. I am not doing this in any way serious. I respect everyone's views. It is just a laugh-ish. Now, Anasawa, I was about to say Hamza Yousaf. No, the other one. Anasawa is wading into the current discussion about national anthems, and in particular Scotland's national anthem. And he's defending Flower of Scotland. Now, you may think that Flower of Scotland is a good anthem for Scotland. Or you may think it is just a sort of a corrosive dirge. It's not the sort of song that lifts the heart and puts, pleasure into you. But it does have, historical and political meanings. I get it. I'm not saying. What I am saying is, should a national anthem be something that you can sing with joy, or should it be something dour? And it seems to be that when I say Britain, I mean all the countries of Britain seem to adopt rather dour, low-key, minor national anthems. Let's take a look. Right, now, this is, you see, a lovely piece in the Herald, and I am going to express my own opinion on things. If you disagree with me, just let me know in the comments. Tell me why I'm wrong. If you agree with me, tell me why you think I'm right. If you have another opinion, because I'm going to suggest something within there, but if you have an opinion, suggest it in the comments. Let's have this out, because I think it'd be an interesting conversation. Anasawa defends Flower of Scotland amid anthem criticism. And the criticism being that it's a bit dirgy. It's a bit, well, it is actually, of course, it is exactly that. It's a funeral dirge, isn't it? But it's a bit meh, right? Anyway, Anasawa has accused critics of Flower of Scotland of being oversensitive. The Labour leader said Scots should not be shy about the unofficial national anthem written by late Corrie's frontman Roy Williamson in the 1960s. Yeah, I'll tell you what I think in a minute. Anyway, last week, Matthew Lindsley, the Herald's chief football writer, triggered a debate when he described the tune, which commemorates Robert the Bruce's 1314 victory over the English force, as, in his words, shite. He wrote, at major... Now, this, I've just seen ahead, and I'm going to just say something in a moment. Anyway, he wrote, at major sporting events, though, it just does not work. La Marseillaise, or Deutschland über alles, it's certainly not Deutschland über alles. It hasn't been that since the Second World War, has it? It's Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit is the German national anthem. Unity, right, or unity, justice and freedom. There you go. I think that's what it is. Deutschland über alles. What is this, 1944? Anyway, he said, it can actually kill the noise and excitement that has been generated around the ground, and he's right. An anthem should get the blood pumping, not send you to sleep, he said. And he pointed to criticism of Flower of Scotland from former Scottish and British and Irish Lions coach Jim Telfer. Last year, he suggested Scotland should have an anthem which shows us standing for something rather than against something as a country. Now, before we go any further, I agree. I think, and I'm just going to come out here and say, I think Flower of Scotland is a terrible, sad song. It gets you down, it's depressing, it's a lowerer of expectations. You need something uplifting, you need something to put fire in your heart. And I would go with Scotland the Brave. That is a much better national anthem. And before we get into it, no, this isn't an anti-Scottish rant. Look at the national anthem, the actual one, God Save the King. God, is that miserable. God, it gets you down. I mean, yes, I know you're supposed to be patriotic and sing there and blah, 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 blah. What does England need? England needs Jerusalem. That's the English national anthem. Ireland, Jesus, we get Danny Boy. Can you imagine anything? What you're singing about? A dead guy lying in his grave looking up as the woman weeps above him. Shoot me now. Ireland, Northern Ireland, okay. She's the belle of Belfast City. There you go. That'll get you aroused. If you're talking the whole of Ireland, Last of the Irish Rovers. Way hey. And as for Land of My Fathers, another dirge. What is it with these people? All of Britain. Doesn't matter what part you come from. Your national anthem. They're all shit. They're all sad. They're all miserable. Let's lift them up. Let's make them rousing. Let's put cheer in it. Personally, my favourite national anthem of all time was the Soviet national anthem. It was rousing, wasn't it? Soyuz Nirashim Yok Republik Vermodnya Velik Yamagutski Sovietsky Soyuz. Marvellous. Got you roused. You can see why they marched into war. Our one. It's enough to make you hide in a box. And as for Flower of Scotland, give me strength. Anyway, the idea was backed by former Labour First Minister Jack McConnell. He said, at last, the movement for a proper national anthem begins. If Wales and other countries can sing something positive, so can the Scots. I agree. Make it something like Scotland the Brave. It's a brilliant, rousing song. It's upbeat, it lifts. And when you're about to go into battle, as it were, on a rugby pitch, a football pitch or whatever, that's the tune you sing. And I do think England should have its own English national anthem. And can we please, for heaven's sake, for the whole of Britain, have a new national anthem? Victoria's dead. We don't need it anymore. Let's go get a proper national anthem that we can all sing and brings us together and unifies it, and be upbeat and nothing poppy. Get rid of nothing written by anyone under 60 years of age, for heaven's sake. But, you know, get Paul McCartney to write one. There you go. Oh, please, actually, thinking of Pipes of Peace, let's not. Anyway, he said, asked if Flower of Scotland should be sung by the Tartan Army at the Euros, Sarwar said, why not? It's Scotland's anthem. We sing it loudly and proudly. We shouldn't be shy about it. We've got a culture, a heritage we should be proud of. Well, excuse me, Mr. Sarwar, I don't think you've got much of a heritage. I'm not being picky, but your heritage is definitely not Scottish, is it? Anyway, he says, I think too often when it comes to these things, people can take us down rabbit holes and be oversensitive. Let's just go and enjoy the Euros, demonstrate that we're the best fans at the tournament, and let's hope we can be one of the best teams at the tournament as well. I'm sorry, Mr. Sarwar, you may be the best fans at the tournament. I'll grant that is a possibility. Best team? No, we're in the realms of fantasy here, aren't we? I don't think any of the home teams are going to do well. Let's please not get down that particular line. I'm just saying. Anyways, asked if he was going to Germany for the tournament. Mr. Sarwar said, that's currently being negotiated with my children and my missus. If I get the slip from the family, then I'll try my best to get to Germany. It goes on, but I'm not really interested in it. I want to hear what you think. Should Scotland change its anthem to something more upbeat, or is Flower of Scotland what people really want to hear? Let me know. I'll sign off, we'll come up and we'll finish the video. Okay then, good people, I'll leave it open to you. Let me know in the comments what you think. Should it be Flower of Scotland? Should it be Scotland the Brave? Should it be Donald Wear Your Trousers? I don't care. Put down something else. If you don't think it's one of those two, give me something else. But for heaven's sake, it is something about the British psyche, isn't it? That all the home nations, they all have miserable, downbeat national anthems. Come on, guys. We can and we must do better. Thanks for listening. I look forward to the comments. Until next time, bye.